know y'all was going to be able to hear her talk. I didn't know she would talk so loud. I'm headed back from LA. I had to drop off my dress for the gala on Friday. So
keep left.
Sprinkled with some love, some customization.
In a quarter mile, keep left to continue on exits 14C, 14D. Follow signs for I-5, California 22 East.
Okay, so I'm not sure if anybody is going to jump on, and I don't want to waste the fact that I went live. So I will tell you all that I am super excited that the event is finally here. I am proud of myself. I had a full-on breakdown, like out of nowhere, on the way to drop off my dress because I actually finally feel proud of myself. So I'm really excited about the event. Everything came together really well.
Keep left to continue on exits 14C, 14D.
She get on my nerves. I'm excited for everyone that is going to be there. I have people that are not
In a quarter mile, keep left at the fork to continue on exit 14D. Follow signs for California 22 East, orange.
So real quick, that makes me look bad because now y'all know when I'm driving somewhere and I tell y'all that I missed the exit or I was partying too much, you know I'm not listening to her. But when music is playing, she's not that loud. And she definitely tells you about 167 times when you're trying to do something, how to get there. But if I was not on here, she would have probably said it once, 2 seconds before I had to hurry up and get over like on Clueless. But anywho, I'm super excited for the event. Travel arrangements for those that are coming.
Keep left at the fork to continue on exit 14D.
Really, have been finalized, and I finally have my dress, and I'm really excited for.
Keep right at the fork to stay on exit 14D.
The relationships that we have built during our, I call them foundation years. And
continue for half a mile.
I just left from talking with one of our major sponsors, Kasana Gibson, who is a designer, fashion guru, stylist, creator. She is amazing. I can't even tell y'all how amazing she is. I don't care what size you are. She can make you look like you are just everything. And the reason being is because you know, she's going to tell you the truth. She will put you in something that is flattering to your shape.
Keep right at the fork.
If
follow
you show
signs for California 57 North Pomona.
I swear I'll never do this again. If you send her a picture of something, like off the top of her head, she can already have it in her head, what she needs to do to that look to give it to you, but then to also make sure that it is appealing to your shape and something that will be flattering to you and that you will be pleased with and something that she can be proud of. So
keep left.
I won't necessarily say stumbled upon her, but through Michaela's desire to have a particular kind of dress and her being the stylist for that dress, we were able, God, yes, for 16 miles, she gonna shut up. For Michaela wanting a particular dress and then me being obedient and reaching out. And what I mean by obedient is sometimes God will put things in your way, and if you do your part, all these things will flourish from it. And it doesn't always translate to money, and yes, I say that a lot because it means a lot. Everything doesn't translate to money, but in the end it translates into wealth and richness. And from her wanting that dress, I was able to meet Kasana and build this amazing relationship. Just an amazing relationship. I can't even put it into words. In fact, I just tried to tell her, you know, how important she was to me, and I couldn't even get the words out. So hopefully I'll just cry and cry a lot between now and the event, so when I get to the event, I can tell the people in the room what they mean to me, what they mean to the mission and the goal of Divine Purpose, how appreciated they are, how amazing they are. I just really hope that I can get it out. If I can't, I'll just write them a letter. I'll take it old school, but hopefully I'll just cry a lot and get it out while I'm by myself, so I can let them know what they mean to me. And yes, I have done it all year. And kids, I just need you to know, you can never say thank you enough times. And thank you is more than just words, it is actions. So that being said, I'm really excited again about the event. She's one of the most, Skrsana is one of the most amazing people that we have had during this journey. And we have had a lot of amazing people to join us on this ride. It's just been a huge blessing along the way, and when I can finally tell the whole story, you will see why, you know, the tears just couldn't stop coming in the middle of traffic on my way to LA. Not the best time to cry, because I could barely see. It was one of those cries, and I could not even stop it. But it's an overwhelming feeling of gratitude, an overwhelming feeling of beauty and community coming together, an overwhelming feeling of knowing that lives will change, not just for the youth that I am blessed to work with, but also through those that I am able to build relationships with, and the places that we are going to go together. This started as such a small but impactful mission, and it has just blossomed in such a small amount of time, and that really proves that what God says, He's true to His word. You know, you just have to stick to your part. And is it hard? It's very difficult. There will be many disappointments. There will be many times that you will cry because you feel like that it's not good enough, or you feel like everything is against you. You feel like you might as well stop. All of those things are going to come to your head. So the struggle and the naysayer, meaning your brain, all these things will happen. But through those things, I can truly say that when I was on my knees begging and praying and asking God to show me something, because I was just depleted and I just didn't feel like, with life and then with trying to start a business that wasn't necessarily for me, but it is for me. And by me, I mean like not a store or something like that would have an impact on the world. It's a lot going out, emotionally, financially, physically. It's a lot going out, and the fruits of your labor, they come and they look different when you are in a space like this. And I can honestly attest to every time that I felt like I just was going to buckle, and I was on my knees praying, and I was just not in a good place. I'm so grateful to God, because it didn't last long. Immediately when I started to feel those type of feelings, I would just pray. I would pray and I would cry it out, so that it didn't become a place where I don't like to do certain things. I prayed, and if there's no way to pray, you just talk to God. You just talk to Him. But within hours, it would be some type of sign. Some type of sign. So it would be, you know, somebody like Ebony from P-Verbs 31 reaching out and telling me, hey, I like what you're doing. Let's talk. I didn't even know her. I met her online through the Judy Dropping Knowledge tour. We were in like a group where we could network and talk to one another. crossed the miles. That was, the exact reasoning for why Judy did what she did. And that's somebody that just reached out. And she has no idea what that meant to me when that happened, because you just feel like you're invisible sometimes. So kids, you don't feel any different than an adult feels. And that kid in us never goes away. So we need things too. And I'm going to always be transparent when I get the words right and when it's the time for me to do it. And for some reason, while I'm driving is the time for me to do it. I think that's just my quiet time and my shower time. And remember, I promised y'all I'd never take you to the shower with me. But just something like that. Or something like, me being upstairs and my mom not knowing that I'm upstairs, literally breaking down because I don't like to show her, because I'm her kid. She doesn't want me to, and she sees the fight in me. She sees how hard I try. She doesn't want to see me like that. So I don't show her that all the time. And I would see a donation from her just come through. But I tell her all the time, Mom, you don't have to donate. My mom's on a fixed income at this point, but she still does it. Like, oh, I have a little extra. I just wanted to show you that I see you. And I'm like, how does she know I needed to be seen right now? I'm telling y'all, the power of a parent that you are, I just have one, so I say parent, but parents that could feel your vibe, it ain't nothing like it. Or Michelle calling. When I'm having a bad day and she called, hey cousin, that's my cousin too. Hey cousin, I just want to see how you doing. And I'm like, you're going through your own stuff. Like, how did you think to just call me? Those kind of things are things that I look forward to, and or love when they happen. Not necessarily look forward to, but love when they happen. Or my Delta sister reaching out. Hey, how are you doing? Just checking on you. You ready for the event? Like, getting you excited. Or Michaela, when Michaela reaches out, just wanted to check on you and tell you thank you. I love you. All of those things. And I know I didn't mention, too many things that are financial, but I guess that's the point. Those are the things that come to the top of my head first when I think about what helped me get to the strength to keep going to what is about to happen. The event or another program year. And then last, I'll share what the grand finale for me was, and it just made me so happy on Saturday. So I was talking to one of my nieces who was going to go and get her dress for her homecoming. And my sister Deb tells me, hey, I had to tell your niece that
there's an 11-minute slowdown in 3 miles. Okay. You are still on the best route.
I had to tell your niece that you really are somebody important. And I said, no, I'm not. And I'm standing outside in my robe, honey. I'm just regular, getting ready for the day. And so anyway, she says, yeah, Titi, I was at school. She's in high school. I was at school, and at school they were telling us, hey, you guys, we know homecoming is coming, and, for our juniors and seniors especially type of thing, there's a program out there, and it's called Divine Purpose. I said, what? And she said, yeah, auntie, they started talking about this program that, if you need help with your dress for homecoming or your dress for prom, or you need help learning things, interviewing, getting ready for like, she listed all of these things that she was fascinated about and didn't even know. Now, I'll get on her about that later. Didn't even know that it was my program. And so that just like lit up my whole entire life, because I haven't even touched that. Well, I haven't touched that school yet personally, but here's the kicker. I sent the information to the school district that she is in last year, and nobody ever responded. So I assumed that the information didn't go anywhere, and we didn't have anybody from that area that applied. And so that's why I started thinking of things like going to the Black graduation and some of the minority program stuff. And my niece is Mexican and white, so she's minority as well, but I have a very diversified family. So she was telling me about it, and I just didn't know that the information went there because nobody ever reached out. But apparently they did distribute it. And so I was so just smiling, just super excited, like, oh my gosh, it's getting out there. And, you know, when I look at our stats and I see that those are trending in Atlanta and New Orleans and LA first, like, that's a big deal, you guys. So when I see the followers that I have, quote unquote, I never look at that. I don't look at subscribers on YouTube. I don't look at views. I don't look at anything. I make it a point to only look at my statistics to see when I do something good so I can repeat it. But as far as numbers and things like that, that's not my driving force. My driving force is knowing it will get there. You know, if I keep going, if the other people on the committee keep going, if we keep putting our feet on the ground, if we keep trying, we will get there. But those type of things like really make us excited, and it makes me know that it's all worth it. And so even something small like jumping out of my comfort zone and doing lives, even if I don't look fully together, just being myself, I want you guys to see that, yes, if you look at my pictures, of course I'm going to be together. Everybody's going to be together. But I'm just a regular girl. I'm just a regular girl from Pomona who decided that I wanted to give back to my community, who decided that I wanted to help build up my community, my sisters and brothers around me, other beautiful people that I see out there. I'm that girl, according to my therapist, that has my hand out telling everybody, come on, catch up, come with me. The only difference now is I say catch up. I'm not going to hold myself back, waiting for everybody else to catch up or believe in me. I'm going to keep going, whether I'm talking on a live all by myself, and I have to post it and hope people see it within the 24 hours or whatever I have to do. But I know that, I know that there is power in the things that we have to say, and a lot of us have a message to give and a mission and a purpose, and we have to get out there and give it. And it doesn't matter if it's one person that shows up or 27, you have to do it because it goes beyond what you can see. And it will get back to you. It will get back to you when God says it's time to get back to you. Everything doesn't have to be on a 10. Otherwise, I really believe you wouldn't work as hard, or you wouldn't appreciate those things that come your way. And so for those of you that are struggling in a space, stay the course. That is my purpose of jumping on and sharing this. Stay the course. Look for those things that money can't buy, that let you know that you're on the right track, that lets you know that the world appreciates you, because the world is bigger than what is exactly around you. And just to be honest, the people that are exactly around you, they will, if they've seen you walk in excellence for so long, or they are used to the things that you do, it's probably not as big to them. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that it's not as big to them, or they don't say it as much, because they already see it in you. They probably already spoken it over you. They probably tell everybody about you. They probably do all of those things. But your mission and your purpose is to keep the course, to keep doing the things that you were supposed to be doing, because the right people will see it, and in time, it will, whatever you are doing, will flourish. The right people will see you. The right people will reach out and push you into that next level. I have big dreams. I have big dreams, and they are definitely bigger than what's around me. But thank God for social media and being able to stretch and have people see you that would have never seen you before. And the way that only way that they are going to see you is if you make yourself seen. So no longer can you just work hard and stay in the corner. You might want to get out of that corner and get out there and do it from where you are. You'll be able to see where you grow in a couple years. So don't look at anything as a mistake or it wasn't good enough. Whatever I could do today that I prepare myself as best as I can for is amazing. It's not just good enough. It's amazing, because I didn't have to do it. But God gave me the courage to do it. And more than just giving you the courage, because we have free will, I should be proud of myself, and you should be proud of yourself, because you got up and did it. So that is my message for today. Yes, I am still in traffic on my way to my goddaughter. But have an amazing day. I hope a lot of people get to see this. And if not, I'll repeat it until I touch everybody. Have a phenomenal day, everybody. And for those of you coming to the event on Friday, see you soon.